Hello, this is April Scheivelhud, and this is a data overview for Arcado Elementary School for our school staff to review. The data we will be digging into includes the CRCT results for 2012 through 2014. We will look at the areas of strengths and areas of weaknesses. Also, we want to identify any achievement gaps that the data shows us. Arcado Elementary School has been open since 1981. Currently, Arcado Elementary School has over 1,200 students enrolled. Our student enrollment continues to blossom as Arcado has been the school of choice for families in the Lilburn area for many years. Over the years, this school has maintained a reputation of being a high-achieving school when compared with the district and state data. In 2016, we won the Silver Award for the Single Statewide Accountability System. This award was earned for making the greatest gains in between the 2012 and 2015 school years. This chart shows us, the demographics at Arcado Elementary School over a period of 3 years between 2012 and 2014. You can see we are a very diverse school, with Asian students making up most of our school at 29% for 3 consecutive years. The Caucasian population has gone down 3%, African American has gone up by 2%, and Hispanic has remained steady at around 22 or 23%. Let's take a look at enrollment by subgroups. Half of our school has students who qualify for free and reduced price lunch or reduced price lunch. The EIP students make up about 10% and are on the rise. Almost a third of the school has students who are limited English proficiency students, and students with disabilities hold out at about 10%. These pie charts show the trend of teachers earning advanced degrees at our school. There has been an increase in master's degrees by 6%, a decrease in bachelor's degrees by 4%, a slight increase in specialist degrees, and the doctorate degrees continue to make up the smallest amount. We have well-qualified teachers at Arcado with advanced degrees. Now we're going to dig into the CRCT data. At the end of this presentation, you will see more recent milestones data, but to perform an appropriate data dig, we are looking at 3 consecutive years of CRCT scores before the county switched to the milestone standardized test. Here are Gwinnett County CRCT reading results. A high percentage of students lie in the meets and exceeds areas, with less than 5% in does not meets. The Gwinnett County math CRCT results were very similar to the reading, but dipped just a little bit. In reading, the students had 97% meets and exceeds total. And as you can see in math, they had 93% in meets and exceeds. On the exceeds bar graph, students who exceeded in math in Gwinnett has gone up and down. They fell from 59% to 55% in exceeds between 2013 and 2014. Now let's look at Arcado's CRCT results. Arcado has shown an overall trend of growth. It is interesting to see the shift in between 2012 and 2013 when the exceeds in the CRCT reading scores dipped down 13%, while those students appeared to shift to meets. However, students rose all the way to 64% exceeds in 2014, 33% meets, and 3% does not meet. When analyzing the CRCT math scores for Arcado, we can see the opposite trend occur from the last slide. In 2012, 83% of the students exceeded in math, but that fell a whole 20 data points in 2014. The does not meet score slightly rose each year from 1% to 4% and then back down to 3%. These pie graphs show a clear picture of Arcado's CRCT data compared to the Gwinnett County School District scores for the most recent year of 2014. The performance in both areas of reading and math show a large amount of students in the meets and exceeds areas. The green Pac-Man forming on the bottom two graphs show that Arcado elementary students perform a little higher in the area of exceeds for both content areas. So I would say that an area of strength for Arcado lies in the area of reading after seeing the growing longitudinal data trend and a high percentage of exceeds in 2014 with 64% of the students exceeding in reading on the CRCT. Earlier I mentioned that we would identify where is there an achievement gap. This graph shows the percentage of students in each subgroup who who met or exceeded on the 2014 CRCT in reading and language arts. The two highest performing groups were Asians and white students at almost 100%. The lowest achievement is shown where you see a great arrow with just over 90% of the Hispanic students from Arcado who were in the meets or exceed area for reading. Now we can see there is an even greater gap in the area of mathematics for the 2014 CRCT results. The red bar represents students from Arcado Elementary, and the yellow bar represents Gwinnett County students overall. The Hispanic population at our school has shown achievement lower than the counties, with only 80% of Hispanic students meeting or exceeding on the 2014 Math CRCT. The two highest achieving groups were Asians and whites. So an area of weakness that we've identified for Arcado Elementary School is shown in the area of mathematics after seeing a huge decrease in percentages of exceeds from 83% down to 63%, and only 80% of the Hispanic population either meeting or exceeding in the 2014 Math CRCT. As I mentioned earlier, we have limited access to the longitudinal data for the milestone standardized test. The third consecutive year for this test will occur this coming spring of 2017. The scale for the milestones has changed slightly. The chart on the right shows the 4 possible levels a student can earn: distinguished, proficient, developing, and beginning. The students must earn a distinguished or proficient to pass this exam. So, in summary, Arcado continues to excel in English language arts, and we have shown an achievement gap between the Caucasian and Hispanic students in the area of mathematics. This chart shares the data from the 2015 milestones results. The numbers shown are the percentage of students who earned a proficient or higher on the test. It's interesting to see the comparison in performance between the state, district, and Arcado Elementary School. Gwinnett outperforms the state in each area, and then Arcado specifically outperformed the county in each area for 5th grade. So the trend of excelling in reading more than math is also shown on this chart for our school. After taking in this data overview, we need to ask ourselves this question: how can we close the achievement gap? Think about what strategies teachers could use to be more proactive with all the parents, even when language is a barrier. Think about how teachers can be more culturally responsive in their teaching strategies, considering the cultural background knowledge that students come to school with. And also making sure that our teaching and learning is student-centered. Take a moment to think about these questions and write your thoughts on the chart paper provided at your table. Thank you.